Now, I don't even know if we're going to have an election next year. Honestly, I don't think anybody does. Does anybody know? Anybody know we're going to have an election next year? Probably not. Probably not. There's someone we can ask. There's someone that might be Joe Rogan and Sam Tripoli apparently has a. This is all I can do. Sam Tripoli's theory about the next election cycle. His theory. Let's hear it.
The Joe Rogan experience.
You had a conspiracy for us at dinner, but Joe made you wait. What was it?
Oh, yeah. Okay, conspiracy at dinner, and he was like, "Save it for the show."
Yeah, that's right. What was it?
You want? Well,
which one was it?
What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah, you want to know what's gonna happen? Yeah. With what?
With
the election. You were there at dinner, on your phone, while everyone else was talking.
In this country.
Okay, yeah, I said.
You want to hear now?
Yeah. Tap me in.
We're in the Bolshevik War right now, bro. And right now, what's coming up is the
Bolshevik War. Yeah, I can tell by the number of, like, you know, I don't know, beers on the table. So, yeah, the Bolsheviks sat around a jackalope deer antler space lamp on a podcast.
All the pride stuff is going to be
smoking cigars.
Okay, so I had this woman come on my podcast. Her name's Mel K. And we had gotten in real trouble on this show before because we talked about this one family that I will not name, okay? And every time we named this family, the 4 tech gods all came down and just fucked my show. Just
the Rothschilds?
All of no. I'm not saying their name, bro.
Brian's trying to tank his own show.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild? That's how much he loves the deep state.
So the mentioning of the Rothschilds. By the way, you can mention the Rothschilds. You can even mention the fake Anna de Rothschild, who came and went at Mar-a-Lago all she wanted, got pictures with Donald Trump, Lindsey Graham, and Rudy Giuliani while she was there, all the while not actually being a Rothschild. You don't even have to be a real Rothschild.
So she comes on again. We just mentioned what happened on the show. They do it to us again.
What the fuck does that? They do it to us again. People get bored when you talk about the Rothschild stuff and don't watch.
They do it to us again. We just mentioned their name. Go, you remember when we talked about them and they took, it happens again.
Damn.
So
what are they doing when this happens? Let me say they do this to you. What do they do to you?
Okay.
By the way, I was hoping for a theory about this next election, according to the title, but we're going to hear how the Super Jews stop everything they don't like.
So Apple, Google, Twitter, and Facebook all effed me.
How so?
Like shadow ban, suppression?
No, even worse. Even worse. So on Apple, they listed my podcast that no one listened to it for like they showed nobody listening to the podcast.
So they block,
which can obviously not be a thing that ever happens.
Block people from listening.
No,
to
they
it?
should, like when you go to like see what you're down, how you're.
Oh fuck! This asshole opened his phone on airplane mode, didn't he? What the fuck? And then just started yelling at people because it doesn't list out what's there because current numbers are just blank.
Podcast is doing it listed nobody, not just one episode, multiple episodes. I got strikes and deletes on my YouTube channel and all my Facebooks. I couldn't get into my Facebook.
What?
Because you forgot your password.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was just like boom, 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 boom.
And apparently just mentioning the name Rothschild, that's weird. Because I only have that problem when I mention the kidney. Jamie, put my kidney stats up on the board. Put up the X-rays that we found that were on that the Daily Beast had my where they had that picture of my my colonoscopy up there. Yeah, with the thing. Yeah, put that up there. Absolutely. See how big those are? It's amazing.
All on one thing when I named.
And what did you mention that this family had done that was so egregious?
This is funny because it involves something to Brian that basically.
This is so good. All I said was that the Holocaust was.
This family is so rich that people think that the CFR is just basically their board of trustees of all their companies. The
Council
CFR.
of Foreign Relations.
Oh, sorry.
They're your babysitters, bro. Come on.
Yeah.
Bro, they're the babysitters. They're the thing of the Council on Foreign. You don't do anything without the Council on Foreign Relations. They all know. They know it's not a. it's a think tank and advisory group and that kind of stuff. But they, obviously they control things. They got 3 letters in their title. They're not got a lot of ex-politicians and media and people in it that talk, and they give it's like TED Talks for boring people. But okay.
Talking about right?
They're the people that taught you how to jerk off.
Yeah. They're the ones who taught you how to tie your fucking shoes.
My favorite is Joe's like, you don't believe in conspiracy theories because you love your dad. Remember?
Yeah.
So Mel
Fact.
K comes on my show, and she's like, she goes, I've been talking to some people in the intelligence, and they go, this gay pride stuff is going away.
I've been talking to some people in intelligence and stuff. This gay pride stuff is going away. This is good. I take back what I said. Honest to God, I think this is. There's no way they're freeballing this. This has got to be like a group reading of an audiobook. This is such well-crafted thought.
And the next thing you're going to see are immigration riots. This is going to be right around the next election. So, hand to God, we do this episode. Next day, Starbucks is like, we're banning all the pride stuff. And now you start seeing these they're putting little breadcrumbs out, man. Little breadcrumbs. Oh, I saw this one thing in Chicago. Oh, yeah, illegal immigrants are upset about where they're staying. And these illegal immigrants who speak no English are holding up perfectly written English signs.
Jesus Christ, this fucker thinks these people don't speak English, or that their advocates don't speak English, or that their kids don't fucking speak English, or that or that they should be holding up signs in Spanish, like that'll fucking help. I don't know if you know this, dude. One of the reasons you should be afraid they'll take your job is because it takes about 3 seconds of thought to go, yeah, they're not gonna be persuasive if they hold up a sign in their initial language. They might communicate with someone and go, hey, you speak English? Can you write this out for me in English? This is fucking idiotic.
Saying we're tired of how we're being treated. And now you're starting to see this over.
You're not starting to see
and over again. Eric, so everyone's always like, when all these Republican governors are like sending these immigrants all over the country, everyone's like, yeah, you're showing those Democrats. Bro, they're moving assets. I know it sounds crazy, but that is 100 what is.
Okay, so the theory seems to be, and I guess this has to do with the next election, according to Sam Tripoli and the brain trust that is the Joe Rogan show, that Greg Abbott is not sending migrants out of Texas as a fuck you to the blue states and to own the libs and to make them feel the pain of the border towns and all that stuff that they talk about. They're doing it because they are moving assets, because those are like military groups, so that Greg Abbott and the Council on Foreign Relations can conspire to do immigrant riots around the election so Democrats get reelected, I'm guessing.
What do you mean they're moving assets? What do you mean?
Dude, these guys coming into the country, bro.
Bro, come on. Bro, these guys coming in, military age, they're all wearing rucksacks.
Have you seen them?
Have you seen them? They look like, they look like the guys who went up the steps on January 6th wearing military gear, except not at all. And by guys, I mean, women and children, largely by percentage, at least the ones that enter into the country.
A lot of them are Chinese.
A lot of them are Chinese. Oh, a lot of them are Chinese. No, they're not. As a matter of fact, the Chinese ones, when they get caught, they are immediately rejected. They can't seek asylum.
And a lot of them are military-age people. And
okay, there are no military-age Chinese allowed to leave the country because they don't have enough soldiers to begin with. What the fuck?
I'm telling you, they're moving, and this is what's going to be right around 2024 election. Immigration riots, people going nuts, and as listen to this.
Wait, and this is supposed believe me, the tilt of this show is this is supposed to benefit Democrats, and they're setting this up. Thanks to Greg Abbott and Ron DeSantis.
and you'll start seeing all the little breadcrumbs being put out.
May I give you another scenario?
Oh, no.
May I give you another possible scenario? I hate to piss on your parade. What if we do have open borders, thank you, Joe Biden, and a complete disaster down the border, and so governors like Greg Abbott are going, how about you guys want a taste of what we're dealing with? Hey, New York, here you go.
Well, that's actually what Greg Abbott is saying. I think he's just shoving that back at him.
They bust 13,000 immigrants in New York. Eric Adams goes, we don't have the resources for
Yeah,
this.
Brian.
And that's a good way to teach the blue states.
Brian. Yeah, while you're at it, why don't you just tell me that George Soros is just a billionaire currency manipulator who's trying to clean up his act before he dies because he feels guilty or some shit. Next thing you'll tell me that the Rothschilds, and I can't even say their name if I pronounce it correctly, the internet gods will shut this whole fucking thing down. The Rothschilds have run, oh God.
To change their border
Yeah,
policies.
that's what they want you
That's
to
what
think.
you
That's how
think,
you
dude.
get into
That's what they want you to think. Yes, that's what Greg Abbott wants people to think.
This is Brian. Look, I'm a puppet master. That's
I'm
what
telling
doing.
you, that's
I'm
what they
doing-
want you to
You're buying,
think.
you're buying it.
Oh, I thought I
They're
was
No, you're the
moving
puppet.
assets, bro.
You're the puppet.
They're moving assets.
What do you mean, like military people?
Dude,
man.
study the Bolshevik War. It is happening.
Jesus Christ. Dude, study the Bolshevik War. Yeah, that's what's happening. AOC is a fucking commandant in the Bolshevik Revolution, and they're going to bring in a bunch of people who don't speak English to fight Americans in these riots. So Democrats stay in office? Again, this motherfucker thinks the sun shines out of Trump's ass. So I don't know. How does this benefit Democrats? That's the underlying theme. I don't know what, I mean, all right, I'm trying too hard on it. It's just fucking stupidity. This is just say no to drugs, kids.
Happening in real time.
Revolution?
100%.
Dude, bro, 100%. So true. It's like the truest. It's so like, I mean, you don't know. It's happening now. The fights, they're doing it, you know, because they're setting us up for the thing where Democrats are going to want to close the border. So if something like that happens, and so they're going to be fighting with their own people who, I don't know. I lost track of where I was, and then I just rambled. And it just went off, and I owe everybody at the table an apology. I think it was just the food we ate last night. I don't know if it's a 24-hour thing. I've got sort of an intestinal thing going on. And bro, it's so, I think I have Soros in my colon.
But I just wanted to get that out to everybody because I'm trying to warn people.
Jesus Christ.
This is what's next.
By the way, points Brian Callum for just calling bullshit on this idiocy. Good Lord. That's that whole show all the time? That's what that's like? Ugh. Congratulations, Spotify. Money well spent. And on that note, Jesus. Thank you guys for watching. No show tomorrow, but I will be posting clips from the Ultimate Jam Night. And then Wednesday, we will have our dear friend Philip Ittner. We're going to have another guest. I hope we can schedule that out for the first hour. And then regular shows throughout the week because I adore you guys and I miss you and fuck all this craziness. Thanks for being here on 9/11. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. But I think the deep dive we did today on the Ukraine stuff, I just don't know that people have the ammo to fire back on this, metaphorically, this choking bullshit. And now you do. Remember, diamond prosecutors. That's the key. Diamond prosecutors. And what was the other point we wanted to make? Diamond prosecutors and the timeline. I mean, it all falls apart. All of it's bullshit. It's all bullshit. But diamond prosecutors, shuffle that around. I adore you guys. I'm working on the pineapple for this and adding this to it. So you guys are awesome. Take care of yourselves. Take care of somebody else. Like, subscribe, share the show, share the clips, comment on the clips, all that kind of stuff. All of it helps us if you feel like it. If you can contribute to the show via Venmo or the Cash App or by any, just $5, cup of coffee, whenever the mood hits you. Or if you want to become a Patreon, you could do it for the year in one fell swoop, or you can do it monthly, or you can up your pledge or whatever. All that stuff, you can do it, but I just want you to do it if you're moved to do it, not under any pressure or stress, because I appreciate it. And I would be doing this anyways, because they always tell you, do what you love, for and the money will come, or do what you love what you do, and you won't work a day in your life. And I love you guys. So there you go. Just throwing that out there. Anyways, see you later.